Walking away when he won't commit. When is the right time? You've been in a relationship for some time, and things seem to be going great. He checks all the boxes. Charming, fun, and easy to talk to. You've let your guard down and let yourself feel vulnerable around him. Yet, there's one glaring issue that is overshadowing your happiness. He won't commit. At first, it was fine. The two of you were just getting to know each other, but now, after all the time you've spent together, you're feeling stuck in limbo. He refuses to put a label on the relationship, and every time you bring it up, he shuts down or avoids the conversation altogether. You're feeling more and more like you're being strung along with no clear direction, and you're beginning to wonder if it's time to walk away. Before you make any drastic decisions, it's important to recognize the signs that you're investing in a relationship that isn't serving your emotional needs. If you've been wondering whether it's time to let go, here are some key signs that may signal it's time to walk away when he won't commit. 12 signs it's time to walk away. The dating world today can be brutal, especially when it comes to navigating commitment. The presence of people who are only interested in a casual hookup or short-term benefits can make finding a meaningful, committed relationship feel nearly impossible. While some may be content with this kind of dynamic, if you're looking for emotional connection and stability, you need to know when to walk away from someone who doesn't meet you at that level. Here are 12 signs that suggest it might be time to step back and reassess whether this relationship is truly worth continuing. 1. You've had open, honest discussions, but he avoids commitment. Communication is key in any relationship, but especially when it comes to commitment. If you've had several frank discussions with him about the state of your relationship, and he consistently avoids addressing the issue, it's a red flag. Whether it's through defensive behavior, avoidance, or dismissiveness, his refusal to acknowledge your concerns shows a lack of emotional maturity. No matter how well you two get along, it's important to remember that you deserve someone who values your relationship enough to be transparent. 2. You've reassured him that you won't take away his independence. Many men fear losing their freedom in a relationship, and while it's understandable, it shouldn't be a deal-breaker if the relationship is truly meant to last. If you've made it clear that you respect his autonomy and are not trying to control him, and yet he still pulls away, his reluctance to commit may stem from deeper issues. A healthy relationship should have room for both partners to maintain their independence, while also nurturing the connection between them. If he can't see this balance, it might be time to walk away. 3. You've made it clear that you're ready to leave. Sometimes, actions speak louder than words. If you've expressed your willingness to walk away from a relationship that isn't evolving, and he hasn't made any significant changes, you need to follow through on your words. Giving him the chance to change without giving ultimatums might only cause resentment on both sides. Don't keep investing in something that isn't growing. 4. You feel taken for granted. If he has stopped valuing your time, efforts, and love, and simply expects you to be there whenever he needs you, it's a sign that he's taking you for granted. A healthy relationship should be mutually rewarding, with both parties appreciating each other. If you feel like you're constantly giving and not receiving, it's a signal that you may be in a one-sided dynamic. 5. You've given him space to think, but nothing changes. When you've discussed the issue and given him space to process, but things remain stagnant, it might indicate that he's not willing to commit. It's important to give him room to think, but if after some time, nothing changes, it's clear that he may not be ready or willing to make the relationship a priority. 6. You've set boundaries, but he disrespects them. Boundaries are vital in any relationship, and when you find yourself constantly accommodating him without reciprocation, it's time to set clearer limits. If you're giving him all the perks of a committed relationship without the commitment, you need to reconsider what you're getting out of this dynamic. Don't continue to treat him like a boyfriend if he isn't acting like one. 7. Your relationship is full of red flags. Sometimes, deep down, You know when something's wrong but choose to ignore it. If your relationship is marked by red flags, untrustworthiness, disrespect, or emotional manipulation, it's crucial to listen to your gut. Don't make excuses for his behavior, or wait around for change that might never come. 8. He's giving you mixed signals. Inconsistent behavior is another sign that he may not be serious about the relationship. One day he's loving and attentive, and the next, he's distant and cold. This back and forth can be emotionally draining, leaving you uncertain about where you stand. Mixed signals are often used as a tactic to keep you on the hook, while he avoids making any concrete decisions. 9. He sabotages the relationship. If he starts arguments over trivial matters or disappears for long periods without explanation, he could be sabotaging the relationship. These behaviors may stem from his own issues with commitment, and no matter how much you try to fix things, you can't control his actions. This kind of behavior only undermines the relationship and prevents emotional growth. 10. He refuses to open up emotionally. Emotional intimacy is essential in any romantic relationship, and if he's consistently shutting you out, refusing to share his feelings or vulnerabilities, it's a sign of emotional unavailability. Without emotional openness, a relationship cannot grow. If he's unwilling to open up, you may never be able to build a deeper connection with him. 11. He's hypercritical of you. Constant criticism that goes beyond constructive feedback can be harmful to your self-esteem. If he's constantly pointing out your flaws and making you feel inadequate, it's important to recognize that this isn't love. Healthy relationships are built on mutual support, not constant belittlement. 12. He's vague about the future. When you ask about your future together, and his answers are always vague, it may be a sign that he isn't thinking long-term. If he's not clear about where he sees things going, or if he's just enjoying the present without any intention of making future plans, it's an indication that he's not fully invested in the relationship. What to do if he fights for you after you've left? If you do decide to walk away and he suddenly starts fighting for you, it's important to assess his intentions. Does he genuinely want to change and commit? Or is he just afraid of losing you and wants to keep things as they were? The decision you make at this point will depend on whether you believe he has truly understood your needs and if he's ready to make the necessary changes for a healthy, committed relationship. How to cope if it's really the end. Ending a relationship is never easy, especially when you've invested emotionally. Give yourself time to grieve and heal. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family, and focus on self-care. Remember that walking away from someone who won't commit is an act of self-love, as you're choosing to prioritize your own emotional well-being. Walking away from a relationship can feel daunting, but when you recognize the signs that it's time to go, you're doing yourself a favor. No one deserves to be stuck in relationship limbo, and by letting go of someone who isn't fully committed, you're making space for a healthier, more fulfilling future. Trust yourself, and remember that you are worthy of love and commitment. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.